Okay, I noticed in a few of your comments recently that I've received lately on kind of some of my recent videos. Many of you want to know how you can actually sign in and oppose or maybe support different bills currently being proposed in the Washington State Legislature. So I'm going to walk you through this very quickly, but very shortly here on how to do that in this video. And you're going to actually be able to save this video as a future reference in case you forget. So here's where you need to go and here's where you need to start. Right here, go to the following website, which is ledge.wa.gov. Now, please note that if you've actually done this in the past, the website is just a little bit different here if you look up here right now. And I actually think it is a bit easier to do this now. So I added the website address to this screen capture just so that you can better visualize the image, although I will link to this down below as well. Now, I'm going to point out something, and it's going to look something like this, but just to double check, scroll down on that first page there, just to make sure that you see the biennium, which is essentially the legislative session down below. In this case, the 2025 to 2026 biennial session. Now, and I always just double check this because sometimes when you're looking up historic bill numbers from past sessions, it's possible to get confused. So I just always would do that. And then you see that open space right over here. If you know the bill number, you just type it in there in that obvious search field. And if you don't know the number of the bill, you can actually go further down below and then search for the bill using one of the other search options. Things like pre-filed bills, bills by topic, etc. This is easier for new people, in my opinion, than it was in the recent past. Okay, so today, just for an example, I'm going to type in bill number 5098, and this is actually a proposed Senate bill that will make it illegal to carry legal concealed firearms and weapons in places like parks, fairs, or playgrounds, which essentially then just turns a lot of public spaces in our state into free fire zones for criminals, gangs, and crazies, since they know nobody there would actually have the ability to defend themselves legally. So just using this one bill here as a sample, there are plenty of crazy bills that you can oppose. Trust me, you're not going to be short. So here's what it actually looks like after I type in the 5098 number. It goes to this page, which is similar to the old website many of you might notice. Now, if you look to the side here, there are essentially two fields that you're going to most often use if you want to spend just a few minutes taking the time to tell the legislature what you really think about their proposed bills. The most likely field that you're going to click on here is to leave a comment in con or pro right there. You can actually see there's also a field there for signing in if you want to testify, which is usually you can do it remotely, which I'd recommend you do if you feel comfortable doing that. But I demonstrate today really just the comments and pro-con field in this video because that's going to be the most helpful to most of you who are watching this video right now. Okay, so I click on that button and it basically brings me to this page right here. It's very self-explanatory. It's pretty easy to understand. This really should be easier than just ordering junk on Amazon. So really, I believe that anybody can do this. So now you go, and after you fill out your information on this next screen, and you're going to see how you can actually sign in pro and con, and I'm obviously con on this bill. You must provide your address as you see here. I'm going to use my mailing address, but the point is you want to have these emailed to the legislators. And I usually ask them to respond to my comment. That's one of your little fields there if they want to. And I'll be a little surprised if they actually do, but they could, or more likely their staff's going to send back a canned response. And I'd recommend that you check that box as well, just to see if their staff emails you back. And like I said, usually it's going to be a canned response of some kind, but different legislators and state senators are going to be different than others, and they're going to be better with constituent responses, and why not check on it? Now, after you submit your comment, and this is mine right here, and I put it in here real quick, you're going to see a confirmation screen that looks just like this. And you can actually print this for your records if you want. And I'd recommend you do, just so that you save it and kind of keeps track of where, rather than filing a records request, it keeps track of what you've actually commented on. And it's literally this simple. I mean, if you are fairly concise in your comment or statement, you can finish this whole process in less than just a few minutes per bill. And if you don't want to leave a comment, but you only want to sign in con or pro, you can actually do that in even less than a minute. Now, seriously, it's really that easy. And I really want to encourage you to practice on your own time with whatever bills you hear about in this legislative session. Even if the hearing for that bill is done, you can continue to file comments and you can sign in opposed or in support of a bill. And it's always best to submit your thoughts rather than just sit back and complain and do nothing. I mean, this takes very little effort or time. It is easy, and anybody capable of watching this video, you absolutely can do it. And I'm going to continue to try to publish some videos maybe about some of the worst bills this legislative session. Many groups are doing that, but I thought this video right now would be the most important because a lot of people are publishing these lists of bad and sometimes good bills out there right now. But the most important thing I felt was giving you the ability to show up and do something. It's simple, it's easy, and you can show up and do this. And you should, because, as I always say, the future belongs to those who show up.